Hey everyone, my name is Adam, or EposBox, and welcome to my unboxing of the Call of Duty Ghosts Prestige Edition for the PS3. Now, obviously this isn't a new product, and I know exactly what you're thinking. Yes, I do realize this is probably what's been critiqued as being the worst Call of Duty to come out to date. I'm not really concerned with the game. I'll probably give the game about an hour or two of my time max. I've never actually played Call of Duty Ghosts, and I've only seen about 10 minutes of footage from a very early copy of the game, and so I would like to give it a try, as I've never played it for myself, and so I can't fully have an opinion of my own. However, I just like collector's editions, and this went on sale on an Amazon sale for ridiculously cheap. It was like 40 bucks for the top tier edition of the game, and so I'm gonna unbox it here for you. So, we have a fairly large box. Not the biggest collector's edition that I've had, but a fairly large box. On the front, of course, it says Call of Duty Ghosts Prestige Edition for the PlayStation 3, Infinity Ward, and Activision. On the sides, we have nothing at all, just two black spaces. And then on the back, it lists what comes with it, so we're not really going to pay attention to that. One thing to note is that it does say it plays in 1080p, which I've noticed for a lot of PS3 games it will say, but not actually do. Supports 2 to 6 player network co-op, 1 to 2 player locally, and then it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, well, 6 developing company logos on it, which really makes you know that their game is very confused. Activision's the publisher, of course. Infinity Ward's the main developer house for it, but then it also has a logo for Raven, Neversoft, which did get brought into Activision and brought on to the Call of Duty team, Demonware, and Havoc. A lot of companies to work on one game that I hear was the worst game, and maybe that's why. So if we slide the sleeve off here, gently set that in the floor, we get a bit of a nicer black box with just the Ghost skull logo on it. It's got a magnetic flap here on the bottom. And then we are greeted with 3 things and a nice little art panorama of art from the game, or screenshot, or whatever. First in the case, we have probably one of my favorite parts of any collector's edition when they include them, a Call of Duty Ghosts Steelbook case for the game, which comes with the Season Pass of the Call of Duty Ghosts DLC, promo for Destiny, the disc itself. But I absolutely love steelbooks. I actually have steelbooks for a couple other Call of Duty games, and for other games of course too. And frankly, I'll just collect steelbooks even if I don't have the games for them, which I recently posted to Instagram about some of the cases that I have. I love steelbook cases. I wish I could get steelbook cases for pretty much every game that I have. Unfortunately, not entirely possible. So we set that back in there. Secondly, we have this paratrooper wristband thing that comes in it. Comes in this huge, nicely packaged box that looked like it would be a bigger game box, but it's not actually. If we slide it open here, and pull out the container, that's literally all that's in that big old box. Kind of a waste of space, but that's alright. If we can get it out of the packaging, is a very nicely corded wristband. It's very rugged feeling. Got the Call of Duty Ghosts logo on the front, and then basically a size adapter on the back. I have really small hands and wrists. Let's see. The default size for it. Takes a lot to get over my hand, but then's actually pretty small for my wrist. It's gonna move around quite a bit. However, if I adjust it here, simply unscrew this part, and then move it to the tighter one, which is really difficult to do single-handedly. Here, let me set it down here for a second. This would be something that would be really obnoxious to put on by yourself, actually, which is kind of disappointing. Although it's one of those things they probably don't expect anyone to actually wear. Okay, I slid it down, and I'll just lightly screw it in place. It's a bit tighter, but it still slides up and down my wrist. It's a kind of cool wristband, not really my style with how thick it is. Not something I'm too into, but pretty cool. Some of y'all might like, especially if you are in the military, but then that's your thing, wearing these types of things. I don't know. But for me, it will likely not go to much wear use. And then simply slide that back through whichever hole you want. Just tighten it up there. So it is important to note, if you are not too coordinated with your hands, it may take a cooperative effort to actually get that on your wrist and off. And then I'm just gonna slide this back into my box here. Which of course now it doesn't want to go back in all the way because the bottom flap's interfering. Whatever, we'll worry about it later. Lastly, in the package we have a nice rugged Call of Duty Ghost bag case here. This Call of Duty Ghost in the front. Inside we have a lot of goodies. Whoa! Alright, so it's going to be hard to see all this on camera from this view, but the main focus here is this 1080p tactical camera, which is made to look like a little sniper scope, even though you can't see through it. There's no viewfinder whatsoever. By default, it has a mount on it. I'm not entirely sure what mount this would be. It also comes with a tripod screw hole on the bottom. It's got an unlock switch on the back. Allegedly, I open it by the top here to put in the SD card, and then that's the only button it has. If I slide it back in the case, it comes with a variety of straps. I'm not going to take it too far apart. And other sorts of mounting kits for it. This looks like it would be to put it on a bike. It's got a little grip below it, or at least attach it to some sort of pole. And then we've got just tons of little like generic mounts here. It's basically aiming to be like a GoPro, I think. And then this one, they've actually got some 3M mounting on the bottom so you can stick it to things, which is pretty cool that they designed with that in mind, although I honestly beg the question of whether or not it's useful for all that. And then another mount type as well. And then up here in the top compartments, we have in this tiny little flappy, we have a 4GB micro SD. It looks like a Class 8 card, so that's not that cheap of a memory card, so that's pretty cool. It's kind of snug in there, so I'll leave it. We have a very teeny little mini USB cable. Here, I'll open it up here. Probably the tiniest mini USB cable I've ever seen, which I guess is just to transfer video off if you don't have a card reader. And then finally, we have this little quick start guide, which will probably be necessary with all the things, like all the mounts that the camera has for the camera, and then just like warranty information and stuff. It has a 90-day limited warranty on the camera itself. So they're taking their camera seriously. And if I take a look at this quick start guide, you can go download free video editing software from their website. So that button here, the button on the top here is to record. There is a status LED. There is a microphone on the side. There's just a tiny little hole on the back. Oh, this is the door lock to lock its opening mechanism. And then there's mounting rails. And then on the back here, there is quite a bit. Ow! Quite a bit as far as here we go. So you're not gonna be able to see this well, but you slide open the locking mechanism and then slide up the top, and you have the micro SD card slot, the mini USB connector, status and video format buttons, a reset switch, as well as 1080p or 720p indicator lights. Weirdly designed camera for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop the micro SD card in here. Ow. Obviously, while the Class 8 status is pretty cool, if you're wanting to record a lot of video, you will certainly want to upgrade your card size. Trying to figure out how to stick this in here. It may go upside down. Yep. It appears to go in upside down, then slide it down there. If I turn it on, How do I turn it on? Hold in the button, I believe. Green indicator light. And then it doesn't actually say which color. I mean, I assume red means recording, but it was just red. I will take a look at that and get you a video quality test. It does have a 170-degree wide angle, so it would be pretty cool to use if the quality is any decent. Given that it's this small, I don't imagine it will be.
Hello, Gracie. Hello. Hello. Hello.
So that is my unboxing and overview of the Call of Duty Ghosts Collector's Edition for the PlayStation 3. I do hope you enjoy, guys. As always, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to like it if you liked it, dislike it if you dislike it. Leave me a comment telling me why. Give us a subscribe, give us a follow on Google+, and check out our various Patreon campaigns and things like that to support the channel as well. I do appreciate you watching, and I will catch you in the next video.